Now, your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. And if you spend any time at all this afternoon outside, then you know how disgustingly hot and humid it is. Let's take a look at an example in Kingsville, where it's normally fairly dry. Right now, 101 degrees under partly cloudy conditions, but it feels like 104 out there, and that's actually one of the milder temperatures, the south wind, 7 miles an hour. Here in Corpus Christi, 97 degrees, but look at that. It feels like 114 degrees to that dew point way up at 78. Now, we're looking at the satellite radar loop, and you can see over in the southern part of the Mississippi Valley, well, that's tropical storm now, Laura, continuing to work its way north. It'll turn northeast and produce heavy rain in portions of the mid-Mississippi Valley. But trailing behind it is what we're looking at here. On the satellite radar loop, you're actually able to see those isolated showers and a few thunderstorms across portions of our area. Daytime heating and that residual moisture, just enough instability to produce those showers. The showers we'll not see tomorrow. Here's a look at temperatures across the region. There is an isolated spot there, Orange Grove, where there's some rain cooling going on at 88 degrees. Everybody else in the 90s to near 100 degrees right now. And the dew points are just very high, between 75 and 80 in many locations along the coastal zones. And that's why we've got these very high heat indices across the area, generally between about 105 and 116. We'll see that again tomorrow without benefit of any of the precipitation. And the reason is that the precipitation caused by convergence along a trough trailing the hurricane, now lifting off to the north and northeast. You can see that on the upper coast, but not here tomorrow. Now, there is a tropical wave moving up from the southern Gulf of Mexico. Now, different from the models yesterday, which had that tropical wave bringing showers to the coastal bend, it will stay to our east. In fact, it'll be the first of next week before we see an isolated shower or two on your Monday, but that'll be pretty minimal with high pressure sitting overhead. Now, the high shifts off to the west by the middle of next week, but there's no impetus for bringing precipitation at least through Wednesday. So here's what we're going to be looking at. Temperatures are just enough to bring those showers up this afternoon, but by Friday and Saturday, not going to happen. Here's what we've got going on tonight. Partly cloudy, breezy, humid. A low only in the lower 80s. And not a lot of recovery out there from the extreme heat. And we'll see even more of that heat tomorrow. 97 your high, heat index up around 115 tomorrow, and that's Corpus Christi. Could be higher than that in the interior. So if you've got folks who are subject to heat stress, people that are outdoors, your animals, your pets that are normally outdoors, make sure they have shade, water, hydration, make sure, and filtration, and ventilation. Very old, very young people are susceptible to heat. Make sure they're taken care of the next several days. That heat's going to be prominent, it's going to be dangerous, and that'll be right on through much of the next 7 days. We do have isolated showers coming up on your Monday, but that won't do much to reduce the heat and the humidity. Notice that the low temperatures don't allow recovery from that heat. So be prepared for the next week of extreme heat and humidity. Drew?
Bill, thank you.